So trades. There were two big trades, and are arguably outside of a trade that the Cowboys made, which we'll talk about here a little while later. These were the two biggest trades in the NFC East, right? Outside of that one, right? So Deebo Samuel coming over. We traded some picks. Deebo Samuel, number 2 wideout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gadget guy, kind of is like the superstar charged. Oh gosh, I can't remember his first name now. He's on the Bills now.
So, what position?
No, it's wide receiver. It's his last name is also Samuels, but I can't remember what
Curtis?
his
Curtis Samuel.
Curtis. He's like a supercharged Curtis Samuels. Like he does all the little things. And look, we traded what? We're sending our 5th round pick there. That's good value. That's good value for Deebo. I'm all for it. That was a slam dunk trade. I don't think, and if it doesn't go well, you only spend a 5th round pick, right?
True.
So like that's a low risk, high reward trade, right? The one that really surprised me here was trading for Laramie Tunsil, left tackle. Look, I think that, this is Tunsil's 3rd team, I believe, right? Because he started out with the Dolphins. He went to the Texans. He's 30 years old now. But 30 years old for offensive linemen is not the end-all, be-all. They're still in their prime. I know that he had some, he had a lot of penalties last season. Hopefully that was just bad offensive line coaching versus him regressing. But if that's the case, then guess what? You got one of the best left tackles in football still, right? He can still protect the edge really well. Can run block. He can do everything. Look, if he's still in his prime, then, and we gave up a lot for him. Let's be clear. We gave up a lot, but it's worth it if he can still be who he has been up to this point. So that's my thoughts. Trade wise, I give the trades this offseason an A+. I think you got 2 positions of need, and you didn't I don't think you overpaid for either one.
Well, how many years does Tunsil have left? I know Deebo has 1.
On his contract, I think he has like 3.
Okay, I know Deebo has 1. You got to resign him.
Yeah. Well, that's why you only send a 5th round pick.
Yeah, because of the contract. Yeah. So that's where most of your salary cap came from, via trades.
Yeah.
You bring in 2 all-pro level players, basically.
Yeah.
So I give it an A. I give it pretty close to an A+, because I think Deebo was going to, next to McLaurin, I think it's going to be a nice 1-2 punch. You're giving Jaden Daniels more targets, more weapons to work with in this sophomore season. And you fortify your offensive line. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So I give it A+.
Mal?
I give it an A+, but Tunsil's new Abdul Carter food, so good luck.
Well, look, okay, so you want to talk that? Because I was going to wait until the draft, because, the guy that we drafted pretty much manhandled your 1st overall pick in the game that they played each other last offseason. So I'm just gonna say that, okay? He did a pretty good job against your 3rd overall pick. Yes, Earl.
We're talking about trades. We're talking about the grade.
I know, but she started it. She started it.
I'm concluding it, okay? Time out.
Concluding.
Right.
I'm
Go ahead, Earl, your
concluding
thoughts.
it, okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a B+. The reason for the B+.
Okay.
Period.
Is that
drag them, Earl. Drag them.
Look, I'm just being a realist here. Where Deebo, he's a worthy asset, but he also battled injuries. So if this dude can stay healthy, then you got a solid guy next to Terry McLaurin. He can do different things, which Jaden Daniels needs. But at the same time, health. If his health is better in condition, then okay, slam dunk A. You got it. Tunsil. Is this his 3rd team?
Yes.
3rd team, yes.
Okay, maybe 3rd time's the charm with him for this, but he also gives veterancy on the offensive line.
Yes.
So you really need to solidify the offensive line. So right now you got young pieces mixed with some veterans. You got a guy in Tunsil who has the experience, can work with these guys. Maybe you can form something from there. You got Biotish at center. Y'all got to figure out how to protect him, protect his blind side, but also know that you got your best 5. So for that, time will tell how that progresses into the season. But overall, I think the trades that you guys did, y'all did go get the guys as well as addressing it. It's not to the point that I would give you an A for it, but I'll give you a B plus on the upside where it could potentially be an A.
Okay. All right. So 3 A pluses and 1 B plus. Okay.